Hello, and thanks for tuning in. In this review, I'm going to be taking a look at a film adaptation of one of the biggest video game franchises of all time. And now, Resident Evil. The film is about the start of a zombie outbreak. Most of the film takes place in an underground research facility. The hero of our story, played by Milla Jovovich, wakes up in a mansion and starts exploring. She's eventually confronted by a SWAT team, and they all end up in the underground facility. I have to say, as a fan of the first three games, this movie does a very good job of representing them. There are no actual characters from the video game series present here, but it does contain all of the key elements. The horror, the action, the intrigue, the incredibly bad acting and scenes that go on for far too long. The film starts out with an awesome opening scene. The first 10 minutes are the best thing you're going to see here. The cast all does an adequate job. I wouldn't say anyone was outstanding. However, Milla Jovovich is not and has never been a convincing action star. She reportedly did most of her own stunts in this movie, and that might lend to her awkwardness on camera. She will be a constant issue this entire film franchise faces. Overall, the movie is competently shot, but there's nothing too outstanding on display here. The locations and sets do look very nice, though. There are numerous pacing issues with the film overall. A scene will be getting bogged down by too much dialogue, but then people will just start shooting. There's not a ton of gore throughout the entire film, but what is there does look very good. There is, of course, some atrocious-looking CG. There are a couple of really stupid scenes. Yes, I'm talking about the laser scene. There's really no excuse for that. That was just bad. Fun fact, the studio initially wanted Sarah Michelle Gellar to star, and they were pushing a PG-13 rating. Director Paul W.S. Anderson refused and demanded the film be an R. The guy gets a lot of grief for his films, and sometimes it is deserved. But I think in this case, we dodged a bullet. The ending of the film is also another highlight. It leaves you curious and wanting to see the sequel. It's just a shame the sequel turned out to be what it was. In closing, Resident Evil is far from the worst video game adaptation ever made, but it's far from the best. It's worthy of an hour and a half of your time, but it does overstay by about 10 minutes. There's enough mindless action here to keep you entertained, just don't expect anything deep from the plot or characters.